Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. I'm just here in the park by myself. Jennifer's at home working. She had to take the dog to the vet, so she ended up working a bit late, so I wanted to go out and get some fresh air, go for a walk. So I came out by myself tonight. I'm down at the bottom of the park in El Centro, here in Jalapa, Veracruz, Mexico. It's pretty quiet in the park today. Very, very quiet. So I'm down below here where the kids play over there, and then the police are sitting up there. There's a whole gaggle of them. Probably about 5 or 6 cops up there. And a lot of couples down here just hanging out, making out. You see that lots here in Mexico. Way more than you see back home in Canada. That's for sure. Oh, lost you for a second there. I was just saying it's alright. It's nice to see people out living their lives. Oh, it's pretty hot and humid today, guys. Had a little bit of rain, not too terribly much. Didn't last very long, but it was thundering and lightning a little bit, enough to scare the crap out of CC that he shook for about a half an hour. So, oh, there's Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. So yeah, we had to take him to the vet. His teeth are bothering him, so Jennifer took him to the vet. So they did a EKG right there. The vet had a machine in her office, so that was kind of nice. Usually we have to book an appointment and then go back. She was able to get it all done right there today. Then they did some blood work, and they figure maybe he's allergic to the dog food we're giving him because he's been really itchy lately. So we're going to switch up his dog food and then wait till he gets his test results back with his blood work. And he does need teeth cleaning again, but because of his heart murmur, we have to get his heart checked to make sure he's okay to get his teeth cleaned, as he is 14 years old now, going on 15. So I've been in a lot of Facebook groups lately, and I joined another one from Canada. I noticed there's a lot of, well, I've known for a while, but there's a lot of people that are trying to get out of Canada and want to leave, and Mexico is a destination that a lot of people want to come to. A lot of people are asking questions about that, and you know, what did we do, or what did anybody do? You know, they just want information, right? So I mean, we did too, and back before we left, but we had been coming to Mexico for like 12 years holidaying. And as many of you know, Jennifer went to school in Guadalajara and lived there for 6 months, taking Spanish. So Mexico stole her heart back then. So we've always dreamed of a retirement here in Mexico ever since we started holidaying here. And back when Jennifer used to live here, going to university, like I said, it was only 6 months, but and it was many, many moons ago. But she fell in love with Mexico, and then shortly after I fell in love with Mexico. It didn't take long, one trip, and that was it. I'm like, oh my God, why aren't we living here, you know? And then it was kind of just, you know, a dream for quite a few years. We'd always planned on retiring here. We weren't even sure if it was ever going to happen, but, you know, eventually over time, we started working towards that dream, and, you know, stopped accumulating stuff and started paying off debt instead of accumulating more debt. You know, that was the biggest thing we did, was getting rid of our debt. And then, yeah, when the pandemic hit and we realized Jennifer could work from home, I mean, that was it. We pretty much knew that we were going to move here You know, as many of you know, the crap that went on in Canada, it was pretty devastating to a lot of people. It was pretty devastating to me. My mental health was really suffering pretty bad when all that was going on, and I didn't agree with a lot of it, what was going on. A lot of it didn't make any sense. So, and then we left Edmonton, Alberta in 2021, October 2021, and prior to that, when they fenced off the church and threw the pastor in jail, and we went out protesting. I don't condone violence, and I don't recommend violence by any stretch of the imagination. Peaceful protesting is the only way to go. But we went out to that protest at the church, and I was pretty devastated by the lack of people that were there. Like, I figured everyone should be up in arms over this, like fencing off a church and putting armed police around a church. Like, where are we living? And I was very devastated and pretty alarmed that there was hardly anybody there. Like, I mean, there was a few thousand. The news said there was a few hundred, but there was over 1,000 people there. Of course, the news played it down, right, and said, "Oh, there was a few hundred." No, I was there. There was a few thousand. But I suspected that I thought that there should have been a lot more people there. And I tell you, from that moment on, I realized that this is not good, and I didn't like what I was seeing. So we really pushed hard to get out. We started selling everything. We went to a few other protests too after that one, and it was the same. There was hardly anybody there. It was just 50 people, 100 people. There was hardly anybody at any of these protests, and I was just very shocked at that, because I don't know, I just felt that it was worth fighting for, and not very many people felt the same way. Obviously, everybody bought into what the TV was selling them, so it's really hard to get out. We started writing all what was coming, and we started selling everything we owned. Like, we had 3 vehicles at one time. I had an antique right of that for us when we were doing that. And even when we sold it, and then we went for our residency in Calgary, and I was denied that we could seasonal at the time. Well, I have only worked seasonal for the past 12 years prior to moving here. So we had to wait. I was just starting my season of work, so I had to wait till my 6 months were up, and then we went back. And I should back up a little bit. So after all that, Jennifer got hers, no problem. And then they told me, "Oh yeah, after you get your pay stubs, just come back, no problem. Make an appointment and come back." So I had my 6 months, and I phoned and tried getting an appointment. Like, "No, we're full. Sorry, no, we're full. No, we're full. No, we're full." And I'm like, "Look, my wife's leaving to Mexico. Like, we've sold her everything we own. Like, our residency. I've got everything I need." And a minute later, she phoned back, and this was after like 2-3 weeks of phoning the consulate to get an appointment, maybe even close to a month. And then hung up, and she phoned me back immediately, and she's like, "Look, just show up with all your paperwork. Maybe we can put you in. Maybe not. I can't promise you, but come early in the morning. I'll make sure you have all your paperwork, all your documents, all your ducks in a row type thing, and maybe they can put you in." So this was like 3 days before we were flying out, or maybe about a week. So what we did, my brother lives in Red Deer, so we went to Red Deer. We figured, okay, you know what? We had our flights and everything. I still didn't have my residency. I wasn't, I would have done the visa thing if worse come to worse. But so we left early anyway. We went to Red Deer. My brother drove us to Calgary. We went 2 days before our flight, just in case I'd have to go back in the waiting room and wait, another day or two. And we booked a hotel room in Calgary, and we went in there early in the morning with all my paperwork, and I sat down, and the guy came on, and he goes, "Oh, do you have an appointment?" I'm like, "No, I don't, but I'm hoping you can see me today," and kind of explained my situation, what had happened, and couldn't get the appointment and everything. He's like, "Oh, okay, well, we'll see if we fit you in today." And then wasn't even 5 minutes went by, and the lady come up and was like, "Oh, Mr. Pocket," and I'm like, "Yes, that's me." So I was in and out of there anyway, long story short, within about a matter of 15 minutes with my green card. And then that was it. And then we had an extra day, 2 days to kill in a hotel room since we were there early. So yeah, everything just kind of fell together. And I was very, very fortunate that it happened that way. Because like I said, I would have had to come to Mexico with Jennifer with her temporary residency, me with nothing, just my tourist visa, right? You know, and we didn't know about that nationalization program that they offer now. I'm not even sure if it was available back then. So we did qualify for it, but we didn't have to do that anyway. So yeah, but everything just kind of worked out. We're just very fortunate, you know. So, and we got a lot of our information from the government website. Jennifer went to the consulate website, got a lot of information from there, what we needed, because we weren't going to ask those type of questions on Facebook or anything. Like, we wanted to know, you know, the exact qualifications. So we went to the government website, you know, and got the information that we needed. I should say Jennifer did, you know, to come here, right? You know, so we got all of our information basically from there. And then as far as the area, I just started researching on YouTube mostly. You know, and I did have a friend that was living in Merida a year prior to us coming, so he kind of, you know, helped us out a bit. That was the reason why we ended up in Merida. It was only because my friend Caleb was living there a year prior to us coming, you know. So yeah, I highly recommend getting your information from reliable sources. And especially now, like, everything's changing so quickly. Like, you could go in today, you know, and get this information, and a week later it could be totally different, right? The qualifications could be totally different. So it's best to get your information from a reliable source, not Facebook or YouTube when it comes to that type of stuff. And I know a lot of people will tell you what they want to hear because they're trying to sell you a dream, right? You know, so, you know, just be aware of that. People will tell you exactly what you want to hear because they're trying to sell you a dream. You know, if you're getting the information from someone who's not trying to sell you a dream and it's the government website, then you know you're getting reliable information and honest information. You know, as far as off of social media and that, just be cautious. That's all I got to say. That's for sure. You know. So anyway, guys, that's really all I have to say about that for now. Just wanted to share that with you guys, even though I have once already before, maybe a couple of times, but I think it's good for a refresher for all of us. And when I was making my video today, just was thinking back of the process that we went through to come here, and, you know, how overwhelming it was to get rid of everything. It was very overwhelming, not so much for Jennifer, but for me, it was really overwhelming. You know, I had a garage full of stuff, right? You know, a house full of stuff. You know, we came here with 2 suitcases each and a carry-on and our dog, you know. So it was freeing, though, once I did get rid of everything. And I knew I didn't want to bring all my stuff here because it's just, that doesn't make no sense. I didn't have anything that was of value to me or that importance to me that I needed to bring it here with me. You know, a few little trinkets or whatever, you know, that was about it. Jen's mom's ashes, and, you know, we had really no memorabilia, you know, photo albums and stuff, which I just threw out. Really, I did. I threw them out. What are you going to do with them? Put them in storage? You never look at them anyway. You know, had like, I don't know how many albums, you know, picture after picture after picture. Most of them are online anyway, but, you know, we have all this stuff that you never even look at. So yeah, it was really freeing getting rid of it all anyway, that's for sure, once it was all gone. At first it was a little bit nerve-wracking. You know, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to get rid of my leather jacket or my leather vest, or, oh, I like these boots, or, you know. But once you start getting rid of it, it was, for me anyway, it was really freeing. Jennifer had no problem getting rid of all of her stuff. She had no problem whatsoever. So anyway, guys, God bless everybody out there. Peace on earth. Be kind to one another. Good luck to everybody trying to get out of whatever country you're trying to escape from. Don't bring your baggage here though, because you're going to be the same person you were when you come here. If you got baggage, you're just going to be the same person. Don't try to run from your problems, because it doesn't work. You bring your problems with you. So God bless, guys. Live a healthy lifestyle. Peace out. Take care. Hasta luego.